Have you ever noticed how your heart starts racing during an important football match? Maybe your favorite team is about to score. Maybe the game is tied in the final minutes. Maybe you're sitting on the edge of your chair, unable to look away from the screen. Now here's something that may surprise you. For many seniors over the age of 60, the excitement of a major sporting event like the World Cup can affect far more than emotions. It can affect blood pressure. It can affect sleep. It can affect hydration. It can affect circulation. And in some cases, it can even affect heart health. The World Cup is one of the most exciting events on the planet. Millions of people spend hours watching matches, discussing predictions, celebrating victories, and worrying about their favorite teams. But while most people prepare their television, snacks, and viewing schedules, very few seniors prepare their bodies. And that can be a costly mistake. Today's video reveals 7 important things every senior should do before the World Cup begins. Some of these tips are simple, some are surprising, and one of them could potentially protect your health during the most exciting moments of the tournament. Make sure you stay until the end, because the final tip is something many older adults completely overlook. If this is your first time, please hit the like button so YouTube recommends this video to others who need it, and subscribe so you don't have to miss any of our videos. Now, let's proceed. Number 1. Check your blood pressure before the tournament starts. Most people never connect football with blood pressure, but perhaps they should. Imagine this. You're watching your favorite team. The score is tied. There are only 2 minutes left. Suddenly, a player breaks through the defense and heads toward the goal. Your heart begins pounding. Your muscles tighten. Your breathing changes. Your body reacts as if something important is happening. Because to your brain, it is. Even though you're sitting comfortably in your living room, your nervous system responds to excitement and stress. This reaction causes the release of stress hormones. These hormones can temporarily increase heart rate and blood pressure. For younger people, this usually isn't a major issue. But for seniors with hypertension or heart conditions, repeated spikes may create unnecessary strain on the cardiovascular system. Many seniors don't even know they have elevated blood pressure. That's why checking it before the tournament begins is so important. Consider Robert, a retired teacher who loved football. Every major tournament became a celebration in his home. One year, he noticed headaches after several intense matches. He assumed it was fatigue. When he finally checked his blood pressure, it was significantly higher than normal. His doctor explained that emotional stress and excitement can contribute to temporary spikes. Fortunately, Robert addressed the issue before it became something more serious. His story isn't unique. Many seniors blame symptoms on age when the real cause may be something else entirely. Warning signs may include frequent headaches, dizziness, blurred vision, unusual fatigue, shortness of breath, heart palpitations. The challenge is that high blood pressure often produces no symptoms at all. That's why it is sometimes called the silent killer. Here's what you should do. If possible, check your blood pressure before the tournament starts. Keep a simple record. Take medications exactly as prescribed. Limit excess salt. Stay hydrated. And don't ignore unusual symptoms. Now you may be thinking, okay, my blood pressure is under control. That's excellent. But there is another World Cup-related problem that catches many seniors by surprise. And unlike blood pressure, it often starts with something people think is completely harmless. Sleep. Number 2. Protect your sleep before the matches begin. Many World Cup matches take place at unusual times. Depending on where you live, some games may air late at night or very early in the morning. And that's where trouble begins. Many seniors sacrifice sleep to watch every match. At first, it doesn't seem like a big deal. One late night, then another, then another. Before long, your body starts paying the price. Sleep is not merely rest. Sleep is when your body repairs itself. It's when memories are organized. It's when hormones are regulated. It's when the brain clears waste products. It's when the immune system performs important maintenance. As we age, quality sleep becomes even more important. Unfortunately, it often becomes harder to get. Many seniors already struggle with insomnia, nighttime bathroom trips, chronic pain, or fragmented sleep. Adding several late-night football matches can make these challenges worse. The consequences can be surprisingly serious. Poor sleep can affect memory, concentration, mood, balance, blood pressure, blood sugar control, immune function. Researchers have found that even a few nights of inadequate sleep can influence how well the body regulates important systems. This means a seemingly harmless habit of staying up for football may have effects that last beyond the final whistle. Let's look at another example. Margaret, age 72, was determined not to miss a single major match during a previous tournament. For several weeks, she stayed awake well past midnight. Initially, she felt fine. Then she noticed increasing forgetfulness. She became irritable. She felt exhausted during the day. One afternoon, she nearly fell while walking down the stairs because she was tired and distracted. The problem wasn't football. The problem was sleep deprivation. And here's the hidden danger. Many seniors don't connect their daytime symptoms to poor sleep. Instead, they assume, "I'm just getting older." But often the real issue is lack of quality rest. So what should you do? Prioritize the matches you truly want to watch. Record games when possible. Maintain a consistent bedtime. Avoid excessive caffeine late in the day. Create a relaxing nighttime routine. And remember that your health matters more than any football score. Now here's where things get even more interesting. Because the next mistake affects millions of seniors during sporting events. And most people don't realize it's happening until symptoms begin. I'm talking about dehydration. Number 3. The dehydration mistake most seniors don't notice. Let me ask you a simple question. How do you know when you're thirsty? Most people would say, "My mouth feels dry." Or perhaps, "I simply feel thirsty." But here's something many seniors don't realize. As we age, our body's thirst signals become weaker. In other words, you may already be dehydrated before you feel thirsty. Think about that for a moment. Your body could be asking for water, but the message isn't arriving as clearly as it did when you were younger. This is one reason dehydration is surprisingly common among older adults. And during a major event like the World Cup, the risk can become even greater. Why? Because people become distracted. A match begins. The excitement builds. One half turns into another. Then post-game analysis starts. Before you know it, several hours have passed. Meanwhile, you may not have taken a single sip of water. Many seniors unknowingly replace water with coffee, tea, soft drinks, or sugary beverages during long viewing sessions. While some of these drinks can contribute to fluid intake, they are not always the best choice when consumed excessively. The real problem is that dehydration doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers. You may notice mild fatigue, a slight headache, dry lips, difficulty concentrating, muscle cramps, dizziness when standing, dark-colored urine, confusion, poor balance. And here's where things become concerning. Many of these symptoms are often blamed on aging. A senior may say, "I'm tired because I'm getting older. I'm dizzy because I'm getting older. My memory isn't what it used to be." But sometimes the issue is much simpler. The body simply needs more fluids. Let's talk about James. James was 76 years old and loved watching football. During one tournament, he spent nearly an entire afternoon and evening in front of the television. He drank coffee. He ate snacks. He barely touched water. Later that evening, he stood up quickly and felt the room spin. Fortunately, he didn't fall, but the experience frightened him. His doctor later explained that dehydration likely played a role. Now imagine if that dizziness had occurred while walking downstairs, or carrying groceries, or stepping into the bathroom at night. The outcome could have been very different. One of the lesser-known dangers of dehydration is that it increases the risk of falls. And falls are among the most serious health threats facing older adults. This is why hydration deserves far more attention than it receives. So what should you do? Don't wait until you're thirsty. Make hydration part of your viewing routine. Keep a bottle or glass of water within reach. Take a few sips during commercial breaks, halftime, or between matches. Eat water-rich foods such as watermelon, oranges, cucumbers, and berries. Pay attention to the color of your urine. Light yellow is generally a good sign. Very dark urine may indicate you need more fluids. Now here's something most people never connect to dehydration. Even if you're drinking enough water, the next World Cup habit can still leave your body feeling stiff, uncomfortable, and less mobile. And it starts with something millions of football fans do without a second thought. They sit for hours. Let's talk about why that matters. Number 4. Never sit through an entire match without moving. Picture this. You sit down 5 minutes before kickoff. The match begins. The first half flies by. Halftime arrives. You stay seated while watching commentary. The second half begins. Then overtime. Then post-match analysis. Before you know it, 2 or 3 hours have passed. And during that entire time, you've barely moved. Sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. Long periods of sitting have become incredibly common, and while it may seem harmless, the body was never designed to remain still for hours at a time. Movement is essential. Every step you take helps support circulation. Every stretch helps maintain flexibility. Every change in position encourages blood flow. When movement decreases, problems can begin to develop. Many seniors notice symptoms such as stiff joints, lower back discomfort, swollen ankles, leg pain, reduced flexibility, muscle tightness, difficulty standing up. What many people don't realize is that these symptoms can gradually worsen over time. The more sedentary we become, the harder movement can feel. And the harder movement feels, the less we want to move. It's a cycle that can slowly reduce independence. Let's look at a simple example. Helen, age 71, loved football tournaments. She would often spend entire afternoons watching multiple matches. By the end of each day, she noticed her knees felt stiff. Standing up became uncomfortable. Walking felt awkward. At first, she assumed arthritis was simply getting worse, but her physical therapist suggested something surprising. Stand up and move during every halftime. Walk around the house for a few minutes. Stretch gently. Rotate your shoulders. Move your ankles. Within weeks, Helen noticed a difference. Her stiffness improved. Her energy improved. And watching football became more enjoyable. Sometimes the solution is simpler than we think. Now let's clear up a common myth. Many seniors believe that exercising once a day cancels out long periods of sitting. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. A morning walk is wonderful, but it doesn't mean your body wants to remain motionless for the next 8 hours. Movement throughout the day still matters. So here's a simple World Cup strategy. During halftime, stand up, stretch, walk around the room, refill your water, use the bathroom, move your legs, rotate your shoulders, take a short walk through your home. It doesn't need to be intense. The goal isn't exercise. The goal is movement. And the benefits may surprise you. Better circulation, less stiffness, improved comfort, more energy, better balance, and possibly even a better mood. But if you think sitting too long is the biggest danger during football season, wait until you hear about the next mistake. Because what many seniors eat during matches may be putting even more strain on their bodies than sitting itself. And the most shocking part? Some foods that seem harmless can contain surprisingly large amounts of salt and sugar. Let's take a closer look. Number 5. Avoid the matchday foods that quietly harm your body. For many people, football and snacks go hand in hand. It's a tradition. The match starts. The snacks come out. Chips, cookies, processed meats, sugary drinks, fast food, salted nuts, desserts, and before you know it, hundreds or even thousands of extra calories have been consumed without much thought. Now, enjoying a treat occasionally isn't the problem. The issue is what happens when unhealthy habits become routine throughout a month-long tournament. Many popular game day foods share 3 things in common: too much salt, too much sugar, too much unhealthy fat. And for seniors, these ingredients can create challenges. Excess salt may contribute to elevated blood pressure. Excess sugar may affect blood sugar control. Heavy meals may contribute to sluggishness and discomfort. The result? You may feel tired rather than energized, bloated rather than comfortable, and less healthy by the end of the tournament than when it started. But here's the surprising part. Many foods marketed as healthy aren't always as healthy as they appear. Some flavored yogurts contain large amounts of added sugar. Some granola products are packed with sweeteners. Some packaged snacks contain hidden sodium. This is why reading labels can be helpful. You don't need to become obsessive. You simply need to become aware. Ask yourself, is this nourishing my body? Or am I eating it simply because it's nearby? Now, before you throw away every snack in your kitchen, there's good news. There are plenty of healthier alternatives. Fresh fruit, unsalted nuts, vegetable sticks, air-popped popcorn, Greek yogurt, boiled eggs, whole grain crackers. These options can satisfy hunger while supporting your health. And there's another benefit. They help avoid the energy crashes that often follow highly processed foods. But here's what's fascinating. Even seniors who eat healthy snacks can still make a dangerous World Cup mistake. In fact, it happens because they're enjoying the matches so much. And it involves something many people absolutely cannot afford to forget: their medications. Number 6. Don't let football excitement distract you from your medications. Let me ask you something. Have you ever become so focused on a television program that you completely lost track of time? Maybe you planned to do something after the show. Maybe you intended to make a phone call. Maybe you wanted to take a medication. Then suddenly you looked at the clock and realized hours had passed. It happens to all of us. But for seniors who depend on medications, losing track of time can be more than an inconvenience. It can become a serious health issue. The World Cup is designed to capture attention. Every match tells a story. Every goal changes the outcome. Every minute feels important. And that excitement can interrupt normal routines. A medication normally taken at 7 p.m. may suddenly be remembered at 10 p.m. A pill placed on the kitchen counter may be forgotten. A refill may run out because someone became focused on the tournament schedule instead of their usual routine. These situations are more common than many people realize, and the consequences can vary depending on the medication. Missing medications for blood pressure, diabetes, heart conditions, or other chronic health issues can affect how well those conditions are controlled. This doesn't mean a single mistake automatically leads to disaster, but repeated mistakes can create problems over time. Let's talk about Frank. Frank was 73 years old and a passionate football fan. During a previous tournament, he never missed a match involving his favorite team. One evening, a particularly exciting game went into extra time. Then came post-match analysis. Then sports highlights. Hours later, Frank suddenly remembered he had forgotten his evening medication. Fortunately, everything turned out fine. But the experience taught him an important lesson. Enjoying football and protecting your health should go hand in hand. One should never come at the expense of the other. Now here's something many seniors don't realize. Memory isn't always the issue. Sometimes the problem is routine disruption. The brain loves patterns. When a normal routine changes, even highly organized people can forget important tasks. This is why creating a simple system can help. Consider these ideas. Set alarms on your phone. Use a medication organizer. Keep medications in a safe, visible location. Link medication times to daily activities. Ask a family member to help remind you when necessary. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is consistency. And consistency becomes even more important during exciting events that disrupt normal schedules. Now let's address another common misconception. Some people think, I'll just take 2 doses later if I forget. That is not always safe. Different medications have different instructions. If you miss a dose, follow your healthcare provider's guidance or the instructions provided with the medication. When in doubt, seek professional advice. Never guess. Your health is too important. And speaking of health, we've arrived at what may be the most important point in this entire video. It's something many seniors never think about, yet it may affect them more than any other World Cup habit we've discussed. This final warning has nothing to do with snacks, nothing to do with sleep, nothing to do with sitting. Instead, it involves your emotions, and what those emotions can do to your heart. Let's talk about it. Number 7. Protect your heart from extreme emotional stress. Now before we begin, let's be clear. Excitement is not the enemy. Joy is not the enemy. Passion is not the enemy. The World Cup should be fun. It should be exciting. It should bring people together. But there is a difference between enjoying a match and placing your body under extreme emotional stress. And that's where some seniors unknowingly run into trouble. Think about the last time you watched an incredibly intense sporting event. Perhaps your team scored a dramatic goal. Perhaps a referee made a controversial decision. Perhaps a penalty shootout kept everyone on edge. What happened inside your body? Your heart rate increased. Your breathing changed. Your muscles tightened. Stress hormones were released. This is a normal biological response. Your body is preparing for action. The challenge is that your heart doesn't always know the difference between a sporting event and another type of emotional stress. To your body, excitement and stress can trigger similar reactions. For most people, these reactions pass quickly. But for seniors with existing cardiovascular concerns, intense emotional swings may create additional strain. That's why doctors often encourage balance. Enjoy the match. Celebrate the goals. Support your team. But don't allow the outcome of a football game to dominate your emotional well-being. Let's look at a story. George was 78 and absolutely loved football. His grandchildren joked that he became a different person during major tournaments. He shouted at the television. He paced around the room. He argued with commentators. He celebrated every goal as though he were on the field himself. One evening, after an especially intense match, he felt chest discomfort and unusual shortness of breath. Thankfully, he sought medical attention and recovered well. His experience reminded him of something important. Passion is wonderful, but health comes first. Now let's discuss warning signs seniors should never ignore. Seek prompt medical attention if you experience symptoms such as chest pain, pressure or tightness in the chest, severe shortness of breath, sudden weakness, fainting, pain spreading to the arm, neck, jaw, or back, unusual heart palpitations. These symptoms should never be dismissed as just excitement. Always take them seriously. And here's a surprising fact. One of the best ways to protect your heart during a tournament has nothing to do with football itself. It's about maintaining healthy habits around the football. Stay hydrated, get adequate sleep, take medications consistently, move regularly, eat balanced meals, manage stress. Notice how every previous tip supports this final one. That's why I said at the beginning that the last point ties everything together. Your heart benefits when all these habits work together. Football may last a few weeks. Your health needs to last a lifetime. What happens if you ignore these warnings? At this point, you may be wondering, are these tips really that important? Let's imagine the alternative. A senior stays up late every night watching matches. Sleep becomes poor. Water intake decreases. Unhealthy snacks increase. Movement decreases. Medications are occasionally forgotten. Stress levels rise. Individually, each issue may seem small. Together, they can create a much larger problem. Fatigue increases. Balance worsens. Blood pressure becomes harder to manage. Energy levels decline. The risk of falls may increase. Existing health conditions may become more difficult to control. Again, this doesn't mean watching football is dangerous. Far from it. The issue is not football. The issue is neglecting your health while enjoying football. And fortunately, there's a much better approach. What you should do instead. Imagine a different scenario. You prepare before the tournament starts. You monitor your health. You prioritize sleep. You drink enough water. You move during halftime. You choose healthier snacks. You stay consistent with medications. You enjoy the matches without excessive stress. Now the World Cup becomes what it was meant to be. A source of entertainment. A source of connection. A source of enjoyment. Not a source of health problems. In fact, watching football can have positive benefits. Many seniors enjoy discussing matches with family members. Some connect with grandchildren through sports. Others enjoy social gatherings with friends. These interactions can support emotional well-being and reduce feelings of isolation. The key is balance. And balance is something every senior can achieve. Before we finish, there's one final message I want every viewer to remember. Enjoy the World Cup without sacrificing your health. As we come to the end of this video, let's take a moment to look at the bigger picture. The World Cup only comes around once every 4 years. For many people, it's more than just football. It's excitement. It's tradition. It's conversation. It's community. It's memories. You may remember watching past tournaments with friends who are no longer here. You may remember cheering with family members when your favorite team scored a historic goal. You may remember gathering around a television decades ago when the world seemed much simpler. Sport has a unique way of bringing generations together. A grandfather and grandson can sit side by side. A grandmother and granddaughter can cheer for the same team. Neighbors can become friends. Families can reconnect. These moments matter. But here's what matters even more: being healthy enough to enjoy them. Because the greatest victory isn't watching your team lift a trophy. The greatest victory is protecting your health so you can enjoy many more tournaments, many more family gatherings, and many more precious years with the people you love. That's why today's 7 tips are so important. Let's review them one more time. Number 1. Check your blood pressure before the tournament starts. Many seniors live with high blood pressure without realizing it. A simple check may provide valuable information and peace of mind. Number 2. Protect your sleep. No football match is worth weeks of exhaustion. Rest helps your brain, your heart, your immune system, and your overall well-being. Number 3. Stay hydrated. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. Keep water nearby and make hydration part of your viewing routine. Number 4. Move regularly. Use halftime as an opportunity to stand up, stretch, and walk around. Your joints, muscles, and circulation will thank you. Number 5. Choose healthier snacks. You don't have to eliminate treats entirely. Simply make better choices more often. Small decisions add up over time. Number 6. Stay consistent with medications. The excitement of the tournament should never interfere with the habits that help keep you healthy. And finally, number 7. Protect your heart from extreme emotional stress. Support your team. Enjoy the match. Celebrate the goals. But remember that your health is always more important than the final score. Now here's something I find fascinating. Many seniors spend hours preparing for vacations. They plan transportation. They pack carefully. They organize medications. They make checklists. Why? Because they understand preparation improves the experience. The same principle applies to the World Cup. A little preparation today can help make the entire tournament safer, healthier, and more enjoyable. And there's another reason these habits matter. They don't just help during football season. They help throughout the year. Think about it. Better hydration isn't only helpful during the World Cup. It's helpful every day. Better sleep isn't only helpful during the World Cup. It's helpful every day. Healthier eating isn't only helpful during the World Cup. It's helpful every day. Movement isn't only helpful during the World Cup. It's helpful every day. In many ways, this tournament can become an opportunity. An opportunity to build healthier routines. An opportunity to pay closer attention to your body. An opportunity to take better care of yourself. And that's something worth celebrating. Now, before we end, I want to share one final story. A few years ago, a retired gentleman named Walter decided he wanted to enjoy a major sporting tournament differently. Instead of spending weeks sitting for hours, eating unhealthy snacks, and losing sleep, he created a simple plan. He drank more water. He walked during halftime. He prepared healthier foods. He stuck to his medication schedule. He maintained a consistent bedtime whenever possible. At the end of the tournament, something unexpected happened. Not only did he enjoy the matches, he actually felt better than he had before the tournament started. He had more energy. He felt stronger. He slept better. And perhaps most importantly, he realized that enjoying sports and protecting health did not have to be opposites. They could work together. And that's the message I hope you take away from today's video. You do not have to choose between enjoying the World Cup and protecting your health. You can do both. You deserve to enjoy every exciting moment. You deserve to cheer for your favorite team. You deserve to share those moments with family and friends. But you also deserve to protect the body that carries you through life. Because while the World Cup lasts only a few weeks, your health influences every day that follows. So as the tournament begins, remember these 7 simple steps. Check your blood pressure. Protect your sleep. Stay hydrated. Keep moving. Choose healthier snacks. Take your medications. And protect your heart from excessive stress. Do those things, and you'll be giving yourself the best chance to enjoy every match safely and comfortably. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which country are you supporting in the World Cup? And which of today's 7 tips surprised you the most? Share your answer in the comments below. Your experience may help another viewer. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Here at Master of Anatomy, we're dedicated to helping adults over 60 live healthier, stronger, and more confident lives through practical health information you can actually use. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an upcoming video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Enjoy the World Cup. And I'll see you in the next video.